Welcome back, everyone. Welcome back to the second half of the broadcast. Welcome back to the HomeStory Cup. HomeStory Cup 28 Revelation Retaker Playoffs, part or day number 1. Here we go. We just wrapped up with our first two best of fives with SOS versus Showtime and with Big Gabe versus Zown. Now we have two more best of fives remaining. Up next is going to be Clem versus Lambo, and we will end the broadcast with Cyril versus Rainer. Oh boy, two more best of fives are ahead of us here, and let us jump into our ZBT. Let's go. A bit of a change of pace here. Our first ZBT of the evening. Let's go. Game 1 is going to be on Ruby Rock. Coming into this, Clem is going to be the favorite player. He is, again, the best Terran, or the best player in the world, arguably best Terran in the world at least, coming into this. But I'm always excited to see how our Zerg player here does approach, just because he's often known for his builds, for his strategy, often even does coach some other top Zerg players as well. I'm ready, I'm excited. Spawning in the top left-hand corner of Ruby Rock, we have the German Zerg player, we have the Red Zerg representing Shopify Rebellion. It is Lambo. And spawning in the bottom right hand corner, we have his opponents. We have the French Terran, the blue Terran representing Team Liquid. It is Clem. Here we go. We have our TvZ, and I'm curious to see how Lambo has been adjusting to the new patch. Now, something that we have been seeing rise in popularity as of late has been these Hydra timings, right? I mean, in general, there's been a lot more variety in ZVT, which I do appreciate. A lot more builds have now become more accessible just because of all the changes made in the most recent patch. Some of those changes are in regards to Ling Bane Muta, for example. In general, Banelings have been buffed. Banelings now they have increased HP, so Banelings are now more viable. Previously, over the past 2-3 years, it has been very standard to open Roach. It's personally, I didn't really enjoy it, but very standard to have Roach-based openers in ZVT to survive the early game aggression, then to get into Ling Bane, or to get into Ultras, or get into Lurkers. But Roach-based play was very common. Nowadays, Ling Bane is more viable, so we have been seeing some more Ling Bane play, and we've been seeing a lot of variety there as well. Whether it's Ling Bane Muta, thanks to the buff to the Spire, Ling Bane, or even just Ling straight up into early Hydra tech, that has been very trendy from the Korean Zerg players like Solar and Shin. Very trendy as of late, going for these Hydra 3-base all-ins. Likewise, we've been seeing a lot of Ultra rushes. Rainer's been very fond of that, going Ling into Infestor, skipping Banelings and going straight into Ultras. So we'll see. We'll see what Lambo is fond of. For now, standard openers, hatch, gas, pool, nothing crazy, nothing too wild. Welcome to Ruby Rock. Now, first things first, welcome to one of the smallest maps in the map pool. Aggression is favored here, and Clem is known for his aggression. That's kind of the big difference between Clem and Maru. Maru, he's more known for longer, later, more turtle-heavy late game. Clem is more known for earlier mid-game aggression, and we've been seeing players like Cyril even struggle against Clem's aggression. Oh boy. And there it is, early Roach Warren, Roach all in. So that's going to be a 2:30 Roach Warren timing. Lambo, he is skipping Ling speed, going for the all-in. Does make sense, as you mentioned here, very short rush distance by ground on Ruby Rock, so all-ins are favored. Clem, he gets one drone kill already, pulls away, but Clem does not get into the main. Clem does not scout. Ooh, and he's going for a third CC. Fast third CC here by Clem, a greedy economic build here. Meanwhile, Lambo mixing things up, going for a Roach all-in with Burrow. How does this work? Think of a Stalker all-in. Same kind of concept, where when you're going for like a 4-gate blink all-in or an 8-gate blink all-in, when you're going for Stalkers, you can blink away, preserve your Stalkers, and be hyper efficient with your army. Here it's similar. What you do with your Roaches is whenever they get low on HP, you burrow. You burrow the Roach, they survive, they regenerate their HP, and then you can unburrow and have an extra Roach basically, and keep the all-in going. So it's almost the equivalent to Blink Micro, but instead of blinking, you're burrowing. So you want to burrow your Roaches, you want to preserve them. Reaper Scout is denied. So far, so good. Lambo doing an amazing job so far when it comes to denying the scouting. And Roaches are moving out. So far, Clem has not seen the Roaches. And now he does. Yeah, he sees. Yeah, Clem, he sees, he knows. He's aware of the all-in. Back at home, Clem, he'll most likely have to evacuate the natural. Evacuate the natural, set up a bunker here on the high ground instead. Is going for the 3cc 111. It looks like it was late reaction. Yeah, late bunker here by Clem. Looks like he didn't get it. He didn't actually wasn't looking when he saw a glimpse of the Roaches. SVs are pulled away. Again, Clem has to evacuate. And he's going to have to try to make a stand. Dust around. One Hellion goes down. He'll lose one. And one Hellion falling so far. There's the burrow. A little bit premature here. There's a scan shutting down the roaches. Ooh, and these roaches are being cleaned up. I say that more roaches have arrived. Banshee comes in to defend. Clem, he bleeds out 8 SCVs, but he can afford those losses. Bunker finishes and Clem holds. Yeah, Clem, he does hold on. Again, we had a value scan earlier. I do think that Lambo, he did kind of fumble the ball a little bit when it came to his burrow. Yeah, losing one. So basically what happened earlier when Lambo was pushing up the ramp, instead of burrowing one roach at a time, he borrowed everything. Like, he borrowed all the roaches. So he was just lacking DPS. Then in came the scan. He got surrounded. He lost everything. He lost, what, 4 or 5 roaches at the start of the fight. And Lambo's in a rough position here. He's in a very rough position. Back at home, Lambo is droning. True, he's droning, he's resaturating, but the gases are late, the tech is late, the lair is going to be late, everything is delayed here because of the roach all in. And remember, Clem, he has 3 CC. That's the issue. Clem, he can make 3 SCVs at a time, and he has mules as well. So Lambo, he needs to set up for a second wave. He's going for the lair. So Lambo, sorry, he's droning, saturating, getting to his lair. Looks like he's trying to set up for a longer macro game. It's not going to be easy. As you can see, Clem is really taking his 3rd. Lambo just now throwing down his 4th. Technically, the E-Bays and the upgrades are going to be faster for Clem. Lambo's own EVA chambers are delayed. And I worry about the move outs. Now, typically the tank move out, the tank timing with Stim is going to be hitting at 7 minutes, but because of the early aggression, like, the build itself is a little bit off. So the timings are all off. But we're expecting a move out with tanks, with Stim, with all the upgrades. With 1-1. Ooh, okay, I do like this. We do have an infestation bit, so Lambo, he has options. He can go for the hive, he can take up into hive tech, or we could even see some safety infestors, or even go into swarm host play. What's it gonna be? Safety infestors would make the most sense. Swarm host would be more fancy. Melee upgrades. Yeah, we're going for infestors. We're going for Lingbane. Meanwhile, Clem is still building up his tanks. He's still working on 1-1 upgrades, but before that, he's going for his double drop. So Clem is being more active sooner. Banshee pokes in, gets 3 drones. Double drop on the left-hand side. They're the safety infestors. But Clem, he wants that 4th. He shouldn't get it. Does get the mineral line though. Jesus, 8 drones go down. And does he get the expansion? It looks like he might. Yeah, throws out the auto, so he just goes to the army instead. Snipes one of the queens. Takes down all the roaches. Jesus. And again, these are 0-0 Marines as well, by the way. Crazy trades. One Marine for 11 drones, 1 queen and 3 roaches. Ay. This is why we mentioned that Clem is ahead. Like, Clem, the damage that Lambo dealt was not good enough. It was not good enough. Lambo, he had to do more crippling damage. Clem takes the lead. Now, what I will say is that Lambo has potential with the infestors. If he can land a fungal, he can shut this down, for sure. He has 2 fungals. Clem does take note. Clem does notice. Now moving out with his other double drop. Going for multi-pronged aggression. We'll see if Lambo can keep up. Come blows up into the main. Gets the unload off, gets a queen. Yeah, queen goes down, trades well against the Zerglings. Can he deny the upgrades? He shouldn't be able to. Gonna be forced to pick up. Forced to pick up, and medevac does get caught. Nice pick up on the medevac. And Lambo, he is rushing to ultras. So he's trying to rush into ultras. If you noticed, I believe Lambo did skip his Baneling Nest. Oh no, sorry, got his Baneling Nest just to get bathing speed. So did play it safe. And again, trying to head into those ultras. Clem, he saw the hive. He's aware. He's aware of the hive tech. We're now going to be forced back. And Lambo is now going to have his own power spike with those ultras. Now, I say that he is lacking upgrades. So far, he has 1-1 ultras without kindness plating. So Lambo has to wait for those upgrades to kick in. That's Clem is being as annoying as possible. Lambo is max, but remember, Lambo supply is inflated. The soup is lying to you. It's inflated due to all the roaches. So Lambo has to be very careful with how he engages. As he moves out, Clem moves in. Does force to cancel. Lambo commits. Nice pass to the Liberator. Liberator does go down. Planetary does hold its own for the time being, though. Massive fungal, there's no follow-up. Yeah, the fungal means nothing. Yeah, the army gets shut down, sniping one of the ultras. There's 2 ultras left. Remember, this is an anti-timing. Kind of spending finishing up after the fight. Ay. I was curious as to why the ultra melted so quickly, but a brutal anti-timing. You can see 2 tours finishing and kind of splitting finishes after the engagement. Ultras, they trickle in. Oof. They're going to be focused down. That's Miles. Liberates his sack. Libs, they stacked up. Lambo's going to keep on rushing forward. Weighs down to 2 ultras. Kills the CC. That's a kill on the command center. Gets into the planetary as well. Lambo, can he break through? Can he do it? Bailey's they smash into the mineral line. Yeah, they smash in. I think it's all or nothing for Lambo. Oof. Bleeding out the ultras. Gets 14 SCV kills. That is nice damage. But Clem holds. Yeah, Clem, he is holding. Oof. Fungal doesn't quite land. Nice last second split. And Lambo, he's just run out of steam. He has to pull away. He has to back up. Has to wait for the ultras. And Lambo, he did do some decent damage here. He broke the expansion. He got into the middle line. True. But it did cost Lambo a lot of ultras. Did cost him 5. 5 ultras went down. Nope. Clem, he's 9 southern base. And the northern expansion. Oh, it's trying to at least. Dragging into the minefield. Yeah, massive mine shots. Oof. The mine shots are popping up. Tanks move in. The ultras are on their own and they're being targeted down. Once again, ultras, they need support. They need support badly. That's the 2 ultras. Oh my god. Yeah, I'll pick up. Clem, he's still rallying. He does have momentum. He's gonna keep pushing. He's gonna keep pushing. You notice how close he is to breaking this position. The queens will help. Okay. Queens are moving in. They have transfuse. Or what? 3, 4 transfuse. Oh, but liberation has arrived. Massive shots going off. And the army gets punished. At the same time, nice fighting. Run by 12 SCVs. And the Zillings, they get across the map. But the expansion is being broken. And it breaks the expansion. Try to force friendly fire. Okay. Cheeky moves, even catching a medevac. And not bad out of Lambo. Once again, Liberators, they stack up. Lambo trading as best he can. The army is heavily overstimmed. Can he get a swipe off? One swipe, happy. Oh, good. Not quite. Clem, he maintains his army. Not his economy, though. Oh, no, never mind. His fourth base is back up. Clem is saturated. The one thing here that's going for Lambo, which if you've noticed, is lack of Ghost Academy. Like, lack of Ghosts. Lack of Academy. Oh, sorry, the Academy is done, but again, no Ghosts are out with the main army. So no snipes. And again, Clem can't afford it. His main base footed over to take his fourth. Doesn't get the Viper. Viper survives. Yeah, Viper does survive. Clem rotating out. I mean, it's still very tense. Still very tense. Oh god. That's fine, we get a juicy connection. We don't mind if they pop off. Lambo getting into 3-3. Ultras are getting well upgraded. Ooh, and we're base trading. Yeah, we're trading bases here. Lambo here lose center left. So at the same time, Clem should lose center right. He's forced to lift. Saves the CC. Kites back, pulling the army into the minefield. Oh my god. Yeah, mine swapping up. The Lings are cleaned up. And Lambo does overextend. Then you have a lot of units here. While Clem is still being active. The Ultras are so low on HP. They're all 3 deep in the red. No. Yeah, he's just getting picked apart here. So it was all 3 Ultras. Oh, did I say 3? Getting up to 4. 4 Ultras go down. Again, dragged into the minefield. Crucial that these wood mines reset. As Clem breaks out. He breaks out. Knocking down another expansion. Lambo's struggling here. This is his mining base. Like that's his most crucial mining base. He has no mining. Yeah, no mining, no economy. Lambo, he can't afford to remax. Not like this. Not like this. So then we're trying to catch up the Marauders. Not quite able to. Does nicer mining. Then we're retaking the center base. Then it has an economy. His natural thermostat is mined out. His main base is mined out. We got 5 hatches. Soon to be 4. As Lambo is trying to commit in. A nice bile, but limited anti-air. Paramount was denied. Nice fungal though. Fungal lands. Oh god, but we have a flanking army coming in. Yeah, the Ultras, they get surrounded. Oh. Crazy stuff up there from Clem, but he does overwhelm, takes out every single Ultra, and Lambert, he's done. Lambert, he has no army left. GG gets called, and Clem takes game number 1. GG. GG, well played. Again, Lambo, towards the end there, he had no money, he had no resources, he had no bases. Shout out to Clem for being so active with his drops, knocking down expansion after expansion after expansion. Lambo, he just ran out of money, he was broke, couldn't afford those Ultras, and even though Clem never got into his own Ghost Academy and his own Ghost production, like he was still able to hold his own with his Mass Marauder, with his Mass Liberator. We saw that Lambo had a bit of a shaky start. He initially went for the Roach All in, but he failed to kill Clem. Clem, he was able to recover. cover. I will say that Lambo did a great job stabilizing when it came to his upgrades and the quality of the army, but the economy was struggling. GG, well played. With that, we're going to be getting into game number 2. Clem takes a lead, but hey, Lambo, he held his own. He did hold his own there in that last game. Did have some strong moments as well. GG, well played. As that leads us into Tourmaline. Another one of these smaller maps. Jesus, what were the vetoes, Pappy? And spawning in the bottom left-hand corner of Tourmaline, we have the German Zerg player. We have the red Zerg representing Shopify down in the series, but we'll see if he can bounce back and make a series out of this. It is Lambo. And spawning in the right-hand corner, we have his opponent. We have the French Terran player. We have the blue Terran representing Team Liquid. It is Clem. That's quite a name. You're a great caster, Mr. VIP. Oh, thank you, Bobby. Thank you. I appreciate it. Triple X, Piff Demon, 420, Triple X. A classic gamer name. I appreciate it. Aye. Up there with XXX Sephiroth 420 XXS. It's up there. It's up there. But here we go, we're getting into game 2. Welcome to Tourmaline. Now, if you recall, something that we emphasized about Ruby Rock was the size of the map, and that is why it made sense that Lambo went for a roach all in, and why the game was as aggressive as it was. Welcome to Tourmaline. Tourmaline is an even more aggressive map, smaller map in the map pool, but also more open bases. As you can see here, we have a wide entrance into the third, we have a wide entrance in between the bases, we have a wide entrance here towards the left-hand side as well. There aren't many choke points. It can be very difficult to turtle up and build up into a longer later game, so we're expecting aggression from both players, whether it's early roaches again from Lambo or potentially even a 2-1-1 out of Clem, or even a 1-1-1. True, we'll see. Keep an eye on our players. Clem moving out with his SCV scout. This time we'll keep an eye on Lambo's gas to see if he does go for a link speed or not, bearing in mind that last game he skipped link speed and he went into a 2:30 roach warren timing. We're at 2 minutes. You can see that Lambo, he pulled never mind, he pulled out, then he pulled back in. Usually you don't pull back into gas here. Curious. Reaper, let's push forward. Yeah, Reaper pokes in, and Lambo, he's staying on 2 bases. Oh my god, and now we see why he pulled in. So again, his gas was very suspicious. I thought it was going to be another roach warren, but no, that is a 2:35-ish lair timing. Very fast lair to Lambo, and Lambo did not expand. You can see Clem is checking. Clem is checking for the third base. He confirms there is no third expansion. Something is wrong. And Clem is trying to confirm. He does check if the gas is at the natural. Clem did not get into the main base. So in Clem's mind, this could be a couple of things. It could be 2-base lair. It could be 2-base roach. Regardless, 2-base aggression. Behind this, Lambo is going, Clem is going for a third CC into a 3CC 2-1-1. Okay, so this is an economic build, but this is leading to a stronger stim timing. Faster second racks, faster stim timing instead. A more biocentric mid game, and a more aggressive mid game as well, compared to last game. Meanwhile, there's a safety roach warren. Alright, now going into the fast layer like this, there are 2 options. One is 2-base muta, right? Could go 2-base muta with a spire into extra gases. Otherwise, we do have our roach setup. Layer is now done. Going for the overseer scout. Extra gases are being taken. I still don't want to put a spire off the table here. It's still a possibility. But if it was, he would have thrown one down by now. True. So he's just rolling up on 2 bases. Hellions there. Oh no, they slip in. That should not have happened. He does check the main, does check the natural even. Gases are scouted. Does check gases, but he will not get into the main base. Sorry, the Reaper did. And Clem saw everything. Yeah, he saw the gases. He got behind the mineral line, saw the lair as well. Okay, there wasn't a wall. Hero. Jesus. As Clem, he gets back in. Yeah, he gets back in. He also scouted the roach warren researching. And he once again double checks to make sure there's no hidden spire. So very, very vigilant here from Clem. Checking twice now. There is no spire. There is no infestation pit. He's now aware that it is just 2 base roach. Still no third, by the way. So 2 base roach all in. Roaches are amassing. Back at home, Clem, he is building up his bio army. Lack of bunker is concerning. Bearing in mind that because this is a 2-1-1 follow-up, it means that factory production is delayed, so later cyclones, later tanks. Remember, it's a heavier bio composition instead. Without a bunker, it's going to be a tough hold. Here come the Ravagers. Bunker's now on the way. Will it be done in time? Here comes the creep highway. And here comes Lambo. Lambo so far, he has 3 Ravagers, morphing in 2 more, getting up to 5. Overseer gets caught. The bunker, it looks like it will finish in time. And Clem, you may have to pre-pull the boys to repair. Yeah, the boys are being pulled. Did you repair in time? Tank does siege up. The tank is behind the bunker to make sure it doesn't get piled. The wall is going to fall. One of the deepers at least. And remember, the longer this game goes on, the better it is for Clem. Clem behind this second tank. Second tank is on the way. Combat shields are on the way as well. Files, they do connect. Bunker still survives. Nice control there out of Clem. Oh my god, the bunker's immortal. The bunker stands strong. Massive tank shots going off as well. And Lambo, this is looking bleak for the Zerg player. This is not good enough. Already bleeding out 9 roaches and a Ravager. Now there's a second tank. God, the deeper refuses to die. Clem is running out of money though. Ooh. Yeah, you can see the reason the repair stopped is because he ran out of minerals. I'm still holding on. They're going back to mining. Does recognize it again. He's running out of resources. Going double eBay in the middle of the defense. That's crazy. He's being all in. He throws on teammates. GG gets called and he shuts it down. And Clem, he takes game number 2. GG. The confidence back. Aye, aye, aye. GG, well played. Again, we saw that Clem was able to scout, able to confirm. Unfortunately, Lambo, he was unable to deny the scouts. I'm referring to the Reaper Hellion. The Reaper Hellion was able to barely slip by. Slipped by the Queen, slipped into the natural, into the main base, twice actually, to reconfirm there was no Spire. Up until that point, it was a possibility in Clem's mind. And ideally, maybe even Clem, he throws down an eBay and he throws down some safety turrets, or he prioritizes buyer production and he's not as set up. Just having that that bit of ambiguity about what you're doing can actually do a lot of damage in its own way. Unfortunately, Clem got a full scout. He got a full scout. He got full confirmation as to what was going on. And with that, he was able to prepare back at home. I was a little bit concerned that the bunker was too late, but you saw the bunker finish up just in time to defend. And with that, GG, Clem does extend his lead, and now we're going to be loading into game number 3. Going to be loading into 10,000 feet. What were the vetoes? What the hell? What I mean by that, fun fact, game 1 was Ruby Rock, game 2 was Tourmaline, game 3 is 10,000 feet. These are the 3 most aggressive maps in the map pool. Straight up. And aggressive maps usually favor Terran, like, I'll be honest. Early game aggression from Zerg is not typically as powerful, as strong, so I'm a little bit surprised, but let's go. And spawning in the bottom right hand corner of 10,000 feet, we have the German Zerg player, himself. We have the red Zerg representing Shopify Rebellion. Down in the series, we'll see if he can bounce back. It is Lambo. And spawning in the top left-hand corner, we have his opponents. We have the French Terran player, the blue Terran representing Team Liquid. It is Clem. Let's go. Clem with a comfortable 2-0 lead in the best of 5, and Lambo, the pressure is on. And again, just to kind of reiterate, typically Zerg players are more comfortable on maps like the Old Republic, or maps like, I mean, mainly the Old Republic. Even Celestial Enclave is okay. I mean, that could favor Terran too much just because it's a little bit more turtle heavy and a little bit more choky. True. White rabbits. But they may have been vetoed by Clem. Mothership, it's a little bit more messy, as it is a 3-player spawn map. But interesting, just interesting that Lambo, he kind of vetoed in such a way that's made this a much more aggressive series instead. Might also kind of indicate that Lambo's not too confident in a longer macro game against Clem, which is understandable. Like, again, Clem is the best Terran player in the world, so it does feel like Lambo, he has taken a much more aggressive approach, and that's been reflected in the games themselves. Remember, game 1, Lambo went for an early Roach push and an early Roach all-in. Game 2, Lambo went for a later 2-base Roach all-in. Game 3, do we have another Roach all-in? it's been non-stop Roach timings and Roach all-ins, game after game after game. Of course, game 1, the game continued on into a longer game after the aggression. That's true. So he got some macro out of game 1 at least. Here we go. For now, Lambo does go for his third base on time, and this time, for the first time this series, link speed. Oh, hello. That's unusual. So very quickly here, going into link speed is a little more standard, but do you notice something? Lambo's mining gas. This is unusual. You do not mine gas after link speed without good reason, without an idea of going into tech. So typically, continued gas mining can lead into a Bane bust. So early Baneless into a Bane bust. It can lead into an early Roach run, into a Roach all-in and a Roach push, or it lead into early Lair into potentially 2-base Muta. But I feel like with Muta play, you typically cancel link speed to have extra gas for a faster layer. So once again, Lambo is being very unorthodox. 3 games in a row, but with a different build. Like, I appreciate that every game in this series we have seen something different out of Lambo. Meanwhile, Clem, we've been focusing a lot on Lambo. Clem, once again, same build as last game. That is a 3rd CC before Starport into a 2nd Rax. So 3 CC 2-on-1 out of Clem. Meanwhile, that was a 3-10 layer timing. So this technically is a little bit later than last game. What was it? Last game was like 240-ish or 3 minutes. So last game we had a slightly earlier layer. Here it's a little bit later, but still very fast, and we still have more gas mining. So a hyper fast layer here by Lambo at 310. The potential for 2-base Muta is there, otherwise 2-base Roach. If we were casting Miyamaka, we could say like 2-base Hydra. That's a very niche build. Oh, Nidus all in. Okay, Link Queen. Yeah, that's another option. I was so like Roach like focused because of this series, but 100% Link Queen Nidus all in is being set up. There's no Overlord here on the right hand side. Oh, there's no Overlord on the left though. You can see Clem is on patrol. But ideally, you'd have an Overlord here as well. Otherwise, this could just be a Link Queen drop a Lord all in. Yeah, okay. Link Queen drop a Lord. So here come the drop a Lords. You don't often see this variation of all in against Terran. You see it against Protoss, but against Terran is a little bit more rare. Here we go, drop into the main. Because of the 2-on-1, we're going to have excess of Marines, but few Hellions. True. That will benefit Lambo. No bunker. Oh, that's also true. Yeah, lack of bunker. It's going to be a tri-pronged attack. We have a drop into the main, drop into the natural, and we have the main army here towards the natural base as well. It's all coming together. Meanwhile, big shout to Sian in the chat. Obrigado. Thank you so much. Thank you so much to the Raiders. Here we go. The army does collapse in. Queens they drop off. The boys are being pulled. Every boy is being pulled. Nice control there by Clem. He pulls away. Yeah, he pulls away. He preserves his Marines. Very nice. The boys, they buffer. Lings are going down. And a crazy reaction. The Queens are isolated. Yeah, the Queens are on their own as well. And Clem, he will completely shut this down. Wow. Again, such a quick reaction. All the Lings do fall. The Queens are going to try to get the hell out of here. A tank has arrived as well. The all-in has failed. And Lambo, he's in a rough position here. That was meant to end the game. So I was, without a bunker, I thought that was game. I thought that was going to be game there. But Clem, he was so quick to pick up and pull away. Just pull all the way behind the main base. GG gets called. The all-in fails. And Clem will claim the series 3-0. GG. Whew, GG, well played. But again, the reaction for Clem to pick up the Marines, to boost all the way behind the mineral line, to pull every single boy, and what that did was it just bought time. It just bought time, and he was also able to make use of the Sim City. He created his own choke point in the main base. He was able to make use of his CC and his Raxes, create this choke point. Lings are of course a melee based unit, so they surface area does matter against mass Ling run-bys and mass Ling all-ins. Lings, they could not get us around, they could not get on top of the Marines. Nice positioning there out of Clem. GG. GG, well played. Very quick reaction. Crazy. But GG, well played, Clem. He will claim the series. He will shut down every all-in here from Lambo. I will say the game 1 was the closest, of course. That was the game where Lambo, he was able to kill, was it 9-12? It was like 9-12 SCVs on the low ground. He was able to cripple Clem and then tried to macro out of it. If you recall, I did emphasize that after that damage, it was not enough to kill, and I would say that Clem still took a lead. If you remember Clem, he was able to recover quite quickly because he defended with a 3cc setup, and he was able to resaturate on 3 bases, build up into his bio, kill the 4th base, and have it back and forth. Lambo survived until Ultras, and then we saw that more late game back and forth like intensity between like the Ultra base composition of Lambo and like the bio liberator out of Clem. And game 1 was very close. It was very clutch. It was very back and forth after the aggression. But game 2 and game 3 were a little bit more one-sided. It was a little bit more, you know, Clem would scout, Clem would recognize, and Clem would defend. I guess what's more important or more impressive is that this last game, game number 3, Clem didn't scout. He did not confirm the all-in. It was just a last-second reaction out of Clem instead. That's what's impressive to me. He didn't have that like forewarning as to what was happening. Crazy. But GG. GG, well played. With that, we are now getting ready here for the 4th and final series of the broadcast. Is going to be a ZvZ between Serral and Raynor. These two, they face off quite often in these big premier events. It's a bit of a shame that they do. Ideally, they want to spread out. The reason why they're playing this early on in the playoffs is because Raynor did finish in 2nd place in the group stage, Serral in 1st. So typically the way that works after the groups, whoever finishes in 1st place plays against another player in another group that finished in 2nd. So did line up that Serral played against Raynor here in the quarterfinals.